Welcome back. Two young boys are being called heroes after they saved another student's life in the cafeteria. Sierra Hignite sat down with those boys today. She joins us now with their amazing story. Sarah, these boys were kind of surprised by getting so much praise for their actions, weren't they?
They weren't.
They don't think they're heroes.
They don't, and I don't think they realize how big of a deal it was for them to jump up and help another student the way they did in what was probably a really scary situation. And it's interesting because it almost feels like luck that these two happened to notice the little boy in distress, because they had to use skills that aren't being taught in the 4th grade. It was just a normal day at Ernie Pyle Elementary School in Clinton until Lane Griffin and Zach Barnes noticed a kindergarten boy choking on cereal.
I heard him cough like 2 times and his face was really red and he had his hands by his neck, so I just assumed that he was choking.
That's when the boys jumped up, ran over, and began performing life-saving techniques.
You cup your hands like this, you hit them right between the shoulder blades, so where the lungs are, and it helps it go up.
The kindergartner ended up being okay, but I asked the boys how did they know what to do. Lane says his stepmom is a firefighter and he's gone with her to CPR training.
They were doing stuff like that on a mannequin, and I learned how to do it from that.
I've seen it a lot on TV and videos on YouTube and stuff of that nature.
The boys said they didn't think they would ever have to use those skills on someone, but when the time came, they didn't think twice, which is why they are so surprised to be getting so much praise.
We asked the lady why we were receiving so much attention.
So we were just doing our job. We were helping somebody in the need of help.
I was just very proud of them for seeing the situation and knowing what to do and actually getting up and doing what they needed to do when it needed to be done.
These boys are wise beyond their years. They say they didn't do it in hopes of a reward or getting on TV, but because it was just the right thing to do.
No matter how old, no matter how big or small you are, you can help make a difference.
Though these boys weren't expecting any kind of medal or gift for their actions, they did say they got a Snicker bar after it was all said and done, and they told me it was a nice surprise.
Well, they obviously were humble about this. Didn't want to know didn't want people to know what they did. Why do you think that is?
Yeah, I was surprised when they told me that, and it's actually really sweet. They said that they didn't want to make it seem like they were bragging that they did this, but they do want people to know that if someone needs help, you should always help them if you can.
A lesson well learned.
Absolutely.
Good school. All right, Sierra, thank you.